Welcome to Keeping It Real, the largest podcast in the country made for real estate agents and by real estate agents. My name is DJ Paris. I am your host and guide through the show. And we have Gogo on our show today. She is an Instagram queen and a top 1% real estate agent. She comes on our show every single month to talk about social media strategies for our listeners. And let me tell you a little bit about Gogo if you are new to the show and haven't yet experienced any of her episodes. By the way, you should go back and listen to all of her episodes. But Gogo Bethke came to the United States in 2003 to build her American dream. She was broke, had no sphere of influence, no experience, barely spoke English, and only $6 to her name. So it left her with nothing else but Facebook at the time. That's where she started. And she created Gogo's Real Estate, and her real estate career started. With the power of social media, Gogo sold over 45 million in residential real estate transactions. She shares the good, the bad, and the ugly side of real estate, and her honest snippets into her everyday life earned her tens of thousands of social media followers. In the real estate community, she earned the nickname Social Media Queen. And after being asked to present at various conferences and realtor events, she has built a social media boot camp just for you, for realtors called Gogo's Boot Camp. And for listeners of our podcast, we have a special discount. So visit Gogo Podcasts, gogopodcast.com, just for our listeners. Gogo, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you so much for having me again.
By the way, before I almost forgot, everyone out there, go to Instagram right now and look up Gogo's Real Estate, Gogos Real Estate, and follow her to see one of the very best Instagram accounts I've ever seen across all industries, certainly for real estate. She's at the top. So anyway, thank you for being part of the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, what do we want to talk about this month?
So I was thinking, let's talk about how to use and abuse the social media or Instagram story features and all of the things that Instagram allows you to do with the power of the story. And let's see how we can implement that to make money in real estate.
Yeah, and that's a good one too, because I know I have an Instagram non-business account, a personal account. I've got about 10,000 followers, which is, I know, not much, but I have never personally myself, even just for fun, tried the stories feature, and I know I'm missing out. So let's definitely talk about how realtors can use it.
Stories are awesome because it makes you more personal. So stories are only up for 24 hours. They kind of go poof after that. They do have a feature that's called highlights. So you can capture those stories, and I'll talk about it in a little bit. But stories just kind of cool to like show who you are and show what it goes down on a day-to-day basis and show the highs and the lows and the good and the bad and the ugly. And let people really get to know you, because when they get to know you, then you feel a connection. And when there's a connection that you're really not selling them anything, they already trust you. They already gave you their time, their attention, and really it just becomes more of a relationship. And it's much easier when they call you that they need you to be the listing agent or buyer's agent versus you calling strangers and selling yourself and your services.
Great.
So that's what I do with stories. I now, on the other hand, I'll probably make up for the for the stories that you don't do. I do about 11 to 14 stories a day, maybe even a little bit more. I'm so much in the habit, like I carry this device around. This is my office. So for me, it's just grabbing it when something fun is going on or something good's going on. Like yesterday, we had an agent that joined our team. We were doing mimosas just to celebrate, and my husband was opening the champagne. And so we captured that on a boomerang. So boomerang, what that is. So if you're driving and listening to this podcast, do not do what I'm saying and telling you to do. But if you're not driving, then open up your Instagram account. Feel free to go to gogosrealestate.com to check it out and follow me. But if you already follow me, then let's go through the motion of posting a story so you can see all of the features that I'm talking about, okay? So stories allows you to record something at the moment in many different ways, and I walk through the features, but it also allows you to post something that's already on your phone. Okay, if it's a video, it's going to break it down to 15-second increments. So if it's a video, let's say that's 3 minutes long, you do have to kind of cut it up into 1 minute segments, and then you can post it. It automatically cuts it up for you in 15 minutes increments. But usually, if just a selfie story, like a selfie style story like this, just shoot it right there with an inside the story feature. In order to access that, open up your Instagram, and the bottom left, there's a little house, click that. And then as soon as you do, on the top left, the camera is going to show up. Okay,
yes.
So you want to do it at the same time. You're going to make your first story. Are you ready?
I am.
Okay, open up Instagram.
I'm there.
Okay, house button in the bottom left.
Mm-hmm.
The little camera button on the top
Yep.
left, hit that. And now is it on selfie mode or is it, you see like the
Yeah, I'll turn it around.
Okay, selfie mode.
Okay, now it's facing me.
Okay, now you see that big white round button in the middle.
Yes.
If you just click it, it's going to take a photo. If you hold it down, a round circle is going to get, or a red circle is going to go circles, and you can say, hey guys, I'm live podcast with Gogo right now. I'm so excited. This is my first live.
Hi guys, I am live streaming a podcast right now with Gogo of Gogo's Real Estate.
Perfect. Did it go circles?
It did.
Did it record? Okay, awesome. Now, if you swipe up, so you see your recording, I'm just going to take a quick picture of myself. Now, if you swipe up on the recording, you see all of the different features that it gives you.
Oh yeah, I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah, so now you can ask them a question. So for example, click the question.
Mm-hmm.
And then right on there, the type of, do you know Gogo?
Okay, do you know Gogo? Okay, got it.
Cool. Or, so that could be an option. Now, if you don't like what you've been doing, you can just hold down on that. See this, you hold, and then you put it down into your trash.
Oh, yeah, that's really cool.
I like that. Now we can do a poll. So pull up again.
Yep.
The poll feature.
Yep, I see it.
Yep. So now you can say, do you know Gogo? And now you have the option of doing yes or no.
That is so cool.
And now these people can answer the question. So you kind of keep them entertained. But now we are talking about how to generate leads because that's what's going to pay the bills for us.
Yes.
Like all these features, you can use them for many different reasons, but the two that are very important for us is organic growth, which requires correspondence, interaction between you and your followers, because that's how you're going to grow organically. So that's why you do all of these swipe ups and things like that. That's for the growth side, because you want the organic eyeballs on your business. Those are your future potential customers. The next way you want to do this, you want to have direct access to the consumer, meaning you want to find out, for example, let's say you create a cute little video and you say, hey guys, I'm just wondering, we are early in 2020, just before the spring season, who's thinking about selling this year? Okay, then you put that questionnaire up here, the same poll, yes or no. So then you say, are you thinking about selling? Yes or no. Now, all of the people that answered yes, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, reach out to them.
Contact every single one of them. It's that simple. Cool. You can do that on the buy side. So these questionnaires, you can think of any question and voila, you get the answers. You can also do giveaways. You can also do swipe ups for collecting email addresses. So for example, let's say you are talking about your lead tracker, how much you love your lead tracker sheet, and you can share it with everyone. And then you just do a quick little video and say, hey guys, I love my lead tracker. If you want a copy of it, just put your email address right here. So then
you cannot do polls in regular postings, right? Only in stories?
You can do regular posting, but people tend to spend more time on stories because it's more interactive and it's quicker. So people have the average of a memory span of a goldfish. About 3 seconds, you got their attention span. So if whatever you're posting is longer, it's not going to show up. Also on a business page, your actual feed, when you turn these accounts, so everything that I'm sharing here, I'm assuming that you have a business page. Okay, on a personal page, many of these features are not available. Also, you cannot run ads. You cannot reach the masses. You cannot reach strangers because you can't throw money at it. You can't build an ad. So I'm assuming that you already have a business page.
And everyone listening, if you have a current Instagram account, you can possibly convert it to a business account as well.
Yeah, it's very simple. You go into settings and in your accounts and you turn it from a personal to business account.
And doesn't Instagram currently prioritize stories? Isn't that a huge push? So in other words, that is typically going to get more eyeballs than even your traditional postings.
Correct. So use and abuse stories. So let's go to many of the features. You can do lives and events. So let's say you're at an event, like let's say your brokerage is throwing a big event and you want the world to know, okay? You should definitely go live and let them have an insider view. Like even if they cannot attend in person, let them see what it's like. Let them see what it's about. So they will come next time because they don't want to miss out. Same with open houses. If you're sitting in an open house and you're twiddling your thumbs because nobody's coming through, guess what you should be doing? You should be live on Instagram and you should automatically have your Instagram to feed to Facebook. So everything I post on Instagram, because I have business pages on both, they are linked. You must link it. So you turn it into a business page, then you link it to your Facebook business page. That way you're doing one thing and getting two platforms done at the same time.
That's awesome, because right now we're live streaming on Facebook, but we're not live streaming on Instagram. Are there any restrictions for live streaming as far as a length of time that you can be live?
Not that I know of, no.
Great.
Yeah, so you should be able to just go as long as you want, my understanding. Okay.
Wonderful.
You can also do polls. So for example, polls are cute. Let's say you have a new listing that's coming on the market. And then you can say, okay, whoever guesses the price that this home is going to be listed for, which you give them 3 or 4 options, whoever gets it right, or out of the people that do get right the price and it's going to be listed at, I'm going to give away a $25 Starbucks card. So now that's awesome. A built-in interaction with your audience. So that grows you organically, and also it helps you to kind of see who's active, maybe looking for homes on the market, capture them, because it shows everybody that voted no, everybody that voted yes, everybody that voted ABCD, like all of that. It gives you the actual data in the background. And that's the other awesome part about having a business page, because there's what's called insights. So you actually get to see your numbers in the background. How many men, women following you, what time of the day, where are they from? You know, all that stuff. So you know how to, when to tackle them, I guess. Giveaways are huge now. An awesome way of doing some of the local growth is to do giveaways. We talked about this last time with your local companies. You can go live when you're doing the giveaways with them. You can go live again when the winner accepts the gift. That is even more important than going live initially, because they do want to, there's so much fake stuff out there that the people are probably not going to partake in your giveaways at first, because they want to make sure that you're actually giving their stuff away. So when you go live and they see your stuff, your giveaways, and then they see what the other party receives, then they're going to start partaking. So it's just like, think of it like postcards. When we used to do mailers, everybody knows it's going to take at least 8 times before that registers in their brain and they're going to take you seriously. So same with Instagram. You're not going to make one post and then the leads are just piling in. It's going to take some time. So I look at it, it's my job. I don't cold call, I don't do mailers. So it is my job. That's what I do for generating leads. You can do, let's say, for example, a swipe up video and say, hey, are you thinking about buying? If so, fill out this poll below. And then it's going to say, yes, buying, thinking about 1 to 3 months, 3 to 6 months, 6 to 12 months. And they get to choose. They get to just click it. And what you do again, you follow up with every single person that clicked those buttons. Tag location. Always, always, always tag location in the people you're with. And so let me show you how that works. So let's say we create, actually, this is awesome because I can tag you now that you're in it. And so they can see the actual work. Okay, guys. So I am live right now with Keeping It Real podcast with the best podcast DJ called DJ Paris.
Certainly the coolest guy.
I would say so. So all their audience, they are the largest real estate podcast in the nation. I'm so honored to be a part of it. Today, we are learning about how to use Instagram stories and the swipe up features and all of the features to generate leads for yourself and grow an organic audience. And DJ is learning right now how to use polls and things like that. So I wanted for everybody to see how this is getting done. And in about a week, you can go and listen in, go to Keeping It Real podcast, and you can actually hear the whole story.
Great.
Okay, now we're going to do a swipe up. We can tag you. So talking about tagging people, the reason why you want to do that, because you want to grow your organic audience. So now everybody, you said you had 10,000 followers. I have 43,000 followers. So now your 10,000 gets to see me and my 43,000 gets to see you because I tag you. So now you organically grow. This is what it's called, organic growth. So DJ Paris, what is your Instagram?
Yeah, TFP. So Thomas Frank Paul, and then Humor Blog. It's for my old humor website that I used to have, and I'm going to be creating a Keeping It Real podcast Instagram account in the next week or so. But we'll use my old one for now.
Sounds good. Okay, so I tagged you. Now you can use hashtags. So hashtags are like search words. Okay, so think of it. If I was searching for something on Google, what would I type in? So if I'm searching for something on Instagram, what do I type in? So right now, I use the hashtag feature, if you can see it on the screen.
Yep.
So you swipe up, you use hashtag, and you literally type in what this is about. So this is Keeping It Real, okay?
Yep.
So let's say you're doing something about newest listing. Your hashtag is going to be my newest listing. Or let's say you're doing something homes for sale, or whatever that you're posting about that you want people to find it that way. Or you can say Brighton, Michigan, Brighton homes for sale, because that's where your listing is at. Now you always want to tag location in the real estate post. For this post, location doesn't matter, so I'm not going to tag it because you want to reach the masses. But if, let's say, you're doing a post about your newest listing in Brighton, Michigan, you definitely want to swipe up and you definitely want to tag the location. The reason why is this: the people who already follow you, they're going to see your story no matter what. But the people who don't follow you, but they follow Brighton, Michigan, or they're just searching for anything in that area, they're going to see your post.
And, you know, the nice part about Instagram is that it shows you how many posts per hashtag are currently available. So you can actually do research to see, okay, well, I live in Brighton, Michigan, and I'm going to be posting something specific to people in Brighton, Michigan. What are the Brighton, Michigan hashtags that are most popular? Because, and you can see what other people have done just by starting to type in different words in hashtags.
Exactly. Good job. I love hashtags because hashtags generate eyeballs and business to you. So you use it and abuse it. Okay, tag location, tag people, questions. So we covered that. You can use the question part for anything. So for example, I do a lot of coaching and that's my favorite time when I'm in the air. Now I cannot do videos and things like that. But usually when I'm flying and I know I'm going to be up there for 4 or 5 hours and nothing to do, I post a quick little video and say, you know, type away, ask me anything you want to know. And then I put that little question thing up there. So you do the video, you do the swipe up, you put in question, and then they can type away anything. So let's say you're using it for the buyer side, or let's say you have a buyer 101 free something that you're giving away, okay, like a printout. You can say, hey guys, I have my buyer's 101 tip. Put your email address right in here. If you're a buyer on the market today, include your email address. I will shoot it over to you. Or let's say you might say, hey guys, I have done over 100 buy-side transactions, negotiated multiple bidding situations multiple times over, and I'm pretty proud to say I win pretty much all the time. So ask me anything about the buyer process. I am here to answer it. So do you do the swipe up, you do the question little box, they can actually type in their question, and then you can respond to that question and share it with everybody. You can do a type up response, you can do a video response. Video responses are even better. Now also, if somebody asks you something buy-side related question, do you think they're on the market to buy a home?
Of course.
Then you're going to follow up with them and turn them into a buyer and win them over. So there's so many ways that you can turn somebody, what do they say? So many ways to skin a cat.
Sure.
So many ways to find buyers and sellers. And it's interactive and it's fun and it's more personal.
And also, let's pause for a second and realize that I don't know the percentage of realtors that take advantage of Instagram stories. And if they do, they're likely just posting about their own lives and not necessarily interacting directly with their followers, which is what really we're talking about is you are going to be the only broker, the only realtor that is doing that. So you're asking, hey, I'm here for the next hour. I'm answering questions about sell side transactions or whatever. And now people get to ask questions. Nobody else is doing that.
And
so
also,
that's huge.
it could be as simple as, let's say you are doing your newest listing coming in the market and you're going over there and you can ask of like, do you guys think we should paint this? I think we should paint this. What color do you think would be best?
Right.
So keeping them interactive, they're seeing your hustle, they're seeing you working and you're out there hard and you're involving them in your business. And people like to partake and feel important and feel like they made a decision and help you succeed. So that is another way of you can doing that. Countdown. We also have a countdown portion. So let's say you're doing events where you have your open house this weekend. That is the biggest, baddest luxury 17-bedroom lake property, blah, 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 and you want the world to know. You can do that. You can do a countdown, talk about the open house, or include maybe a cute little video that you created, a marketing video you created for that property, and then do a countdown. And just say open house, and then literally you put in Saturday from 11 to 2, and it's going to show them the countdown of how much time is left. When they click it, they can actually opt in and be reminded of that event.
Brilliant.
It's amazing. Swipe up feature. Now you said you have 10,000 followers, so you can swipe up and you can actually take them directly to the link. Now that's a huge feature and I use it all the time. And it does help our business tremendously because you are taking traffic from somewhere that you're talking about to the actual direct link. So if it's an event, I can just say swipe up and register. It's that simple. But you do have to have a registered account, which, not a registered account. What is it called? That little logo. A
verified.
Verified account. Thank you. You do have to have a verified account. If you don't have that, then you have to have a minimum of 10,000 followers. So we both qualify, but most people, they're not there just yet. So they have to take these organic steps to get there. As soon as they get there, then they can do the swipe ups and register. Now, even if you don't have 10,000, and even if you're not verified, you can still use the swipe up if you create an ad and pay for it. Then you can take them directly to a site. Just FYI. But if you're just doing it organically as like a quick something, then always generate them back to your bio link. So if you go to my Instagram and you go to my bio, you go to gogobethke.com, that's only one link there. You will see that one has everything that I do.
Yeah.
It has my sellers, my buyers, my events, my podcasts that I attend. If you want to invite me to one, if you want to invite me to an event, if you want to partner with me with EXP, if you want to learn more about EXP, everything that I do, because us realtors, we wear a lot of hats. So I needed a site that is interactive, allows me to put videos on there. So for my sellers, when they click it, they can actually see previous videos that we have done for our sellers and all of the beautiful properties that I had the pleasure of selling. I do professional videography and photography, no cost to my sellers. So when a seller goes on there, I want them to see what they get when they get to work with me. So when you do a swipe up, or when you don't have the ability to do the swipe up, but you want to generate them over to a site, you can type it onto the screen, or you can say, go to my bio, and the link is in my bio.
Or you can also put the link in the comments as well.
Yes, but Instagram does not like you to take them away from Instagram. So if you type in a .com, your post is not going to rank high because you typed in another www. So if you just tell them to go to your bio, which they do allow you to have one link on there. If you like my gogobethke.com site, it is an awesome, it's a ClickFunnels based site. You can just go to the bottom of that and say, I like this, I want one just like it. I want to say it's $19 a month. And you can customize it however you want to, whatever links you want to have in there, whatever videos you want to have in there. If you want to have 12 different steps, because you do a lot of things, maybe you're an investor, maybe you have your own podcast, whatever you have, you can plug it in there. And just this way, you're taking them to one link, and anything they can possibly need from you is on there. So always make sure that you generate them, or you take them to a site where you generate income.
Yeah, that's really smart. So we have a similar thing for the podcast. So as everyone who's listening knows, there are a lot of ways to access podcasts. You can go to iTunes. You can go to Google Play if you're an Android user. You can go to Stitcher. You can go to Spotify, Pandora now, pretty much all these different apps, and they're always changing. So we have a similar page for our podcast that say, here are all the ways to subscribe to our podcast. Instead of creating unique links for every single one, they just they just can go right from our website, keepingitrealpod.com. But it's got all those links on there because otherwise it would just be too difficult to try to push people to all those various sites.
Yeah. Next one on mine is reviews. Now, reviews are very important, and I strongly recommend that you have Google reviews. So you get reviews from your clients as you close. One of our steps when we close a file, Christy just sends them an email, has all of our links, and we ask them, please write one review and just go to these things and copy and paste. Okay. So those reviews are very important. But now, imagine I posted a 5-star review that it's a blah, blah, blah in writing. And imagine then I posted a selfie style video where my client is telling you in a 15-second video how much they love working with me. Which one would convince you more?
Video.
Now, the cool part is when you do that video, you can also tag them. So then the consumer on the other end, the person who's watching, can see that they're a real human being. They can go to their profile and see who they are. And people are also like, oh, if Jessica worked with you, I guess I'll work with you. So that kind of does that. And then also, because if you have this feature turned on, it's called, let me just find it very quick. Save to archive feature, it's called. So when you create these videos, you turn on your save to archive feature, it's always going to be there. Because otherwise this video goes away and every 24 hours, they go poof. If you have the save to archive feature on there, now you can go back and create different highlights. So when you go on someone's profile and you see all these little bubbles on their profile, that shows you all of the story style videos they've created, but they saved, and it's going to be up there forever. So it's not going to disappear after 24 hours. So let's say you create yourself a highlight that's called reviews. Every time you're at a closing table, everybody congratulates, hug each other, everybody's happy, they got a key, you got some money. You take a quick little video where they're leaving a review about you, how much they love working with you. You're then going to go to your archives, you're going to plug it right into your review highlight little folder. So all of your video style reviews are going to be in your review folder. So when somebody goes to check out your profile and see if you're real and how you really work and yada, yada, they can just go there and watch people tell them in person, almost face to face, how awesome it was to work with you.
That's brilliant. I love it.
Good. Okay, you can use tools to make these all pretty so they're not created right there in the moment. You can do Canva, which is awesome. Allows you to just create kind of like flyers, but it's a full screen and it doesn't look like a PDF file.
We use Canva for all of our artwork for everything related to our podcast. And we are huge Canva. By the way, that's canva.com. It's completely free. It's the best. It's actually created by a couple of Australian women, I think.
Really?
So go to canva.com. It's amazing. If you have even if you have no, graphic design skills, they do it all for you. It's amazing.
Yes, it's amazing. So we use Canva for that, and then Story Art. That's just another one of so it's not a full screen photo. It just animates things for you. Things can pop up. So it just keeps it more interactive. And that's what I had for today.
Wonderful. You just inspired me to talk about this on a future episode. I want to spend some time and talking about Google My Business. So we know that real estate, of course, is hyper local. Google My Business is the Google results that show up that show your business. We talked about, Gogo said, get a Google review. Guys, I cannot emphasize how important Google is prioritizing reviews and your local business page. So we maybe on a future episode, we'll talk more about that because you can do video there as well. Obviously there's written, and you can also do blog posts right in your Google thing. Every 7 days, they disappear, kind of like Instagram stories. They disappear every 7 days. You can go to Canva, you can create a still image of something you want to promote, and then it'll show up and Google will prioritize it when people are searching. So we can talk about how to optimize that for going forward.
I have in the bootcamp, I have an actual whole episode about how to set everything up for Google My Business, how to do your reviews and make sure that all that gets posted in there, because it is, I don't know if you knew that, but Google is the #1 site that people visit.
I do know
Facebook
that.
is second, Instagram is third. So you want to definitely be present on all of those streets. Free marketing, it's free eyeballs on your business. And reviews are, people are going to check you out to make sure you have it.
Let's talk about the bootcamp, because it just got a huge facelift and a refresh. And let's talk about what's included so that people can learn all of what we just talked about and about a million times more on how to actually run their social media. So can you talk about the bootcamp?
About over 20 hours of video training. It starts truly with the very, very basics of social media. What you should do, what you should not do, how to set everything up, why you should do certain things. Because many people, even though this comes very easy to me, many people, they feel overwhelmed. They don't even know where to start. So I literally break it down, a step-by-step process. Also now so as we grow, because we started working together a few months now. As we grow, we add on things. So the features of the bootcamp change. So now we have a new added feature, which is a Facebook group. Once every month, we do a live training where me and my digital marketer, Sammy, do an hour training. And I kind of call it like you're building your social media house. So we just had our very first month training last month in January. And I called it, that was the foundation. That was the very, very basics. I kind of forced them to create a story video. I forced them to turn their accounts into business accounts. I forced them to link their accounts together. I forced them to take a video and send it out to all of their friends. So it's like actual work that you're going to have to do, including the homework, and then we hold you to it. And then the next month we do build on that, and then we build on that. Now, granted, you can join this training at any time. Everything is recorded, so you can just go back to the first month and start on your own time, however you want to. Now, it's not just social media. It's pretty much everything that I do. It's all of the systems. It's all of the databases and the CRM programs, and when to hire an assistant, and what is my open house strategy, and how to build a team, where to even start, what are the systems for that, how to do a disc assessment, what is a disc assessment, should you even do a disc assessment, those kind of stuff, how to make passive income, how to grow that, scale that to 7 digits, and just pretty much everything from the startup agent, the brand new, all the way me now 9 years in, and how I got everything done. I literally share everything down to my marketing agreement, to my lead tracker, to my, you name it, everything I do is in there. Now, also all of my vendors are in there. Everybody that I use and every systems and companies that I use to run this, they also get my discounted price, because now there's hundreds and thousands of us. They get a lower price if they went to that same company on their own. I also teach them, after they've grown their business and they have the organic following and stuff, how to monetize on that, because it's all good. Of course, in the end of the day, we want commissions, because that's what's going to pay the bills. But eventually, Warren Buffett says, if you can't figure out a way how to make money while you're sleeping, you'll never be rich. So eventually you get to a point in your career, then you're going to run out of time. You're going to hit your personal ceiling. And that's when you need to leverage. And that's when you need to take other people and grow a team. But you also need to then figure out how you can leverage that organic growth, how you can turn it into money. And that's where the affiliate links come in, where I teach you how you should never really promote about somebody else's business or some other local this or local that or any other product that you may personally use. And even if you love it, for the traffic, for the sales that you're going to generate to their site, you should be paid for.
Yes.
And that's an affiliate link, and that's a passive income. Now I have tons and tons of passive income. I have random checks showing up from real estate companies, from agents that decide to go get into real estate because of me, and they use my link to sign up with it. So the company says, if it wasn't for me monologuing all day in my stories and doing a swipe up and taking the traffic over to their site, they would have not generated that sale. So you can get, in average, between 10 to 25% of the sales that you generate for that products or system or service.
Yeah. And guys, I am working with Gogo for a future bonus module to help everyone listening consider creating a hyper local podcast for your market. And I can show you how to get affiliate link sponsorships as well, so that your podcast hosting and some of your equipment and all that can get paid for through the same idea. So a great, awesome idea.
That reminds me, the Amazon link. So I don't know if you knew that, but you can become an Amazon affiliate. Sure. So all of the product, let's say we're talking about the microphone that yours, I can just say, hey, go to my Amazon link. It's right in there. Buy it.
Yeah. And my microphone's like $400. So that would be a nice little commission.
Yeah. So many ways to generate income. And my goal is to have fun while we are doing it. You know, have multiple sources of income so you don't have to worry about your family and how you're going to go on spring break this year.
Yeah, 100%. So guys, everyone who's listening, I could not encourage you more to check out Gogo's Bootcamp. So we have a special website that'll direct you to Gogo's to give you a discount for the bootcamp, which is gogopodcast.com. So visit gogopodcast.com to get a special link or special discount rather, just for our now viewers and listeners. Because of course now we're doing video too. And Gogo is the one that pushed me to do video. So I am not just somebody who brings Gogo on because she's got great information. I am a student of hers as well. So my next thing is to get an Instagram account going for our website. Sorry, for the podcast. I'm going to
force you to that. I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to be like, give me your password. I set it all up.
Well, hey, I might just let you do that.
But I forgot to mention, oh my gosh, one of the largest parts of the bootcamp and what we changed up in December for my birthday. So Sammy, my digital marketer. Now, I do everything organically. I teach the organic side of growth and the organic side of lead generation. Sammy teaches you how to do it with Facebook ads, Google ads, all of those chatbots, yada, yada. He has his own course, which is over 100 videos of literally breaking everything down. He will not only teach you how to build the ad, but give you the actual verbiage that works. He can generate seller leads from $5 to $10 a piece. Now imagine what's the average commission you make on a listing.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer.
That's a minimum of $7,500. So if that's the case, you just spend $10 to get a listing. Buy side, you can do even cheaper. It's unbelievable. So now Sammy's course is a part of Gogo's Bootcamp. So now it's your choice if you want to do it organically, if you want to do it through Facebook ads and throw some money at it, or maybe you meet yourself halfway and say, you know what, I do some organically. That way I have to spend less on ads because I can touch mine organically. And then I spend a little bit to touch the people that don't know about me yet.
Brilliant. Yeah, this is a course that not only is obviously the value you get is outstanding, but it's constantly evolving, right? She's constantly, Gogo's and her team are constantly adding more features, more training, more knowledge. So it really is a steal for the price.
Instagram changes the algorithm about every 5 minutes. So I'm like, right. Okay, there we go. We have to add on and add on. But it is, I mean, we have to evolve. Like things that works in 2019 on social media, they no longer work in 2020. Or I can say they no longer work, but doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to work in 2020. So as they change, we have to change and adapt. Because if not, you're a dinosaur. If you're a dinosaur, you're going to go extinct.
Yeah, I agree. And guys, we also, Gogo comes on once a month to answer your questions. So we need your questions. So please let us know what you would like us to cover in future episodes. What questions do you have for Gogo related to anything related to social media or affiliate relationships or just setting up your business online? What's the digital side? And we have at our firm, because I work at a real estate firm, we have 650 brokers. The number one question I get is, can you help me with my social media? Well, and I always tell everyone, you know what? Go to Gogo's Bootcamp, buy it. It's the best investment you'll make. And
sorry to interrupt. I went live on Keeping It Real to see if we have actual comments.
Gotcha. So I want everyone to send us your comments. There's a number of ways you can do that. Obviously, if you're watching this live on Facebook, you can send us comments there. If you're listening to this on your podcast app, reach out to us. Visit our website, keepingitrealpod.com. You can send us comments there. Also, everyone, please follow us on Facebook. Facebook.com/keepingitrealpod, and soon to be on Instagram as well. But every single day on our Facebook page, not only do, every single day we post an article that we find online designed to help you grow your business. That's our commitment to you, is every single day, one article that will help you. And then, of course, we're promoting these episodes as well there. So Facebook.com/keepingitrealpod will keep you up to date on everything going on with the podcast. Also, go to Instagram right now and follow Gogo, Gogo's Real Estate. So again, Instagram and follow Gogo's Real Estate. Search for it. You'll find it super easy. And also, if you want to see what Gogo's all about, you can visit our website, gogobethke.com. We'll put all those links in the show notes for the episode. So guys, you can find everything there and go directly to the boot camp, as well as Gogo's Instagram and everywhere else she is, right from our show notes in the episode. So one last thing, guys, if everyone out there just tells one other realtor about this podcast and about Gogo, we will essentially double our listenership and our viewership. We'll be able to help more and more brokers achieve whatever their level of success is. And this is why we do the show. It's something we do. It's a passion for us. We want to help. So just think of one other real estate agent that would benefit from hearing from people like Gogo. Send them this podcast. You'll be doing them a huge favor. And that does us a favor too, because it increases our listenership and it allows us to do more episodes and support more people. So Gogo, thank you once again. You are amazing. We love having you on the show. You are a listener favorite, and we're so grateful that you take time out of your busy month to be on the show. And we will see you again next month. So on behalf of the listeners, Gogo, thank you. On behalf of Gogo and myself, everyone who's listening, thank you so much. Tell a friend, support Gogo, buy her boot camp. I bought it. It's an absolute steal. It's a great investment, and it will just help you grow your business. And even if it only helped you get one additional sale, you would make a great return, but it won't just do that. It'll actually help you build a business. And that's even more important. The sales will come. That won't be a problem, but you'll actually have a social media platform that works for you instead of you always wondering, God, what should I be doing? I know I should be doing more. I'm not sure what. Let Gogo teach you. She takes all the legwork out of it. She tells you exactly what to do. And
I seriously break it down like baby steps. Like if I'm talking to a 5-year-old of how you need to do this. Now we have a comment on here. Jen said, help, I need your help. And I forgot to mention this part. We are coming out with a do it for you service. So where they're going to get access to the whole bootcamp and they can do everything organically. But if they feel overwhelmed and they want us to just set it up all for me, and all I need to do is post from now on. We're also coming out with that. It's not ready just yet. When it is, you'll be the first to know, and we'll share it with them, but that's also an option. And somebody asked, is there a way to automate Instagram posts? Dion, if I pronounce your name right, as that. And Dion, there are many services that you can pre-schedule to post your Instagram post. Now, I will strongly not recommend that. The reason why is because Instagram really does not like third-party services. And you would have to give access to that third-party service to have access to your account in order to post in your behalf. And A, and B, depending what kind of automated you're talking about. If you're talking about that you pre-create the post and it's personalized and the system just posts it for you at a certain time, I guess use it, but I still wouldn't recommend it. And you have your cell phone on you, it's going to take you really 3 minutes to edit the photo, type up everything you want to say, tag the location, tag the people you're with it, use some hashtags. You can pre-record your hashtags in a notes in your phone. So go to notes and just put in all the hashtags that apply to your business locally, like Gogo, Bethke, Gogo's real estate, homes for sale, luxury homes for sale, Brighton, Michigan. Pretty much everything that applies to you. These are the ones that I use personally. Everything that applies to you, you pre-write those hashtags. So then when you're making your post, you just go to your notes, copy, paste, voila, you made your post in 3 minutes. Now, if you're talking about the services that are automated, meaning it's not personalized post, everybody who uses that service is going to have the same post on the profile that day, I strongly do not recommend that. We are not posting to post, guys. We are posting to make money. Okay, so if I take in consideration all of the posts that I've made in my career, if I break it down, it's probably about $40 a post. Now that doesn't sound much, but if I actually made $40 in 3 minutes for making that post, the way I look at it, not every post is going to generate you a buyer or a seller, or if you're selling a product, you know what I mean? But over time, as they see you, just like your postcard, they saw you 8 times, they're going to buy from you. Okay, so that's why you do it, and don't automate it. I remove something else from your plate that you feel like you don't have the time for social media. And if you decide to do social media, it better be about you, because we don't sell real estate. We sell our services. We sell us. I sell me, you sell you. If you don't sell you, your social media is not going to work.
Well, that's a perfect ending to a great episode. So guys, just to be clear, what that person was asking was, should I use things like Buffer or Hootsuite? We would say, try not to, because number one, we believe Instagram doesn't prioritize those posts because they want you on their platform posting. Yes, you can technically do it through third-party solutions, but we think your results will be much better. And honestly, it doesn't take any more time to post directly into Instagram. It takes actually the exact same amount of time.
Actually, good point. Love that.
All right, guys, we're going to end on this episode. Let us know what you want us to cover on our next episode, which is coming in a month. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Gogo, thank you. And everyone, if you want to buy Gogo's Bootcamp at a discount, go to gogopodcast.com and you'll get a discount just for our listeners. So thank you, Gogo, and we will see you next month.
Thank you so much.